Hello everyone, this is Monty, and today we're going to be taking a look at my gaming rig. It has an i7 8700K overclocked to 5 GHz, also being delidded, and it also has 16 gigabytes of RAM with an RTX 2080 Ti with a Kraken X42 connected, as you can see. I haven't changed the thermal paste since I delidded about 2 years ago, so I'm really curious to see what the after temperatures will be, as it's been about 2 years roughly since I got this processor and I got delidded. Now currently I'm running in the low to mid 70 degrees Celsius when gaming full load on the CPU, and in the mid to high 60s Celsius on the GPU. Let's continue to see the results after changing the liquid metal.
Alright, let's go ahead and start this. Plug my USB cable, that goes to my Corsair cooler, and a Phillips screwdriver. Really curious to see what this looks like. Uh-oh, we got one stuck. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, there we go. Let's figure out a way to tie this over. Grab that other one, grab that one, grab that one. Alright, so I got these cables plugged in the back. It's going to kind of be a pain to hook this up. This is the time where I'm going to grab some alcohol and some alcohol wipes. I'm just going to wipe this real quick. That way I don't have it all over my board. Here a second. Alright, so I got my CPU all cleaned up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that socket open and we're going to take that top off. We're going to see what's inside of it.
Okay, let's grab that guy. Let's get him.
Uh-oh. So that still looks the same. Honestly, looks really no different. Actually, looks like I'm missing a little bit of it on here. Let's go ahead and get this up without messing up my pins. Otherwise, that'll give me an excuse to upgrade to the 9900K. Well, that's not really a bad idea, but Wallet wouldn't like it, so. Alright, there it is. There is my 8700K. Now, as you can see, looks about the same as what it did whenever I got it. You can see it's still, you know,
really makes me wonder why whenever I look at my temperatures, how it was always spiking. Now, as you can see here, based on other videos I've seen online, doesn't look like either A, I didn't use enough, but as you can see here, there's like really none. Like there's really not a whole lot of liquid metal right here. So I'm gonna clean all this up, and then we're gonna reapply paste on both sides. You guys can see my 8700K here. I did clean it all up now. I was looking online, and what people were saying was that there was some kind of discoloration of the die. I'm looking at this. If you could see this, there doesn't really look to seem like it did much, any kind of oxidation or anything on this chip. I mean, there's just slight smudge right there, as you can see, but other than that, it hasn't really did anything for having liquid metal on for 2 years. Now, here's the back of the CPU heatsink. As you can see, there's pretty much nothing on here. So I don't know if I lucked out on that thermal paste that I got on Amazon, but there doesn't really seem to be any problems at all. So now I'm going to go ahead and reapply some new Conductonaut Thermal Grizzly. Now this is the stuff that seems to be the good stuff from what I've seen online. I also have underneath here some Noctua thermal paste, just regular thermal paste that's going to connect on my Corsair I believe H115. I will put everything back together, and you guys can see what the temperatures are. So to put the thermal paste in, we're going to zoom in just a little bit so I can go ahead and show you guys. As you can see here, I got my liquid metal ball on the CPU die. Zoom out a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to take the included Q-tip that they gave me. And this is kind of rough trying to do it this way, but bear with me. Back my IHS. Now I'm also have the liquid metal as well on the CPU. I'm going to apply these together, clamp it down, and we'll continue with the application of the thermal paste for the Noctua. All right, what else we got in this guy? Nothing else. Alcohol wipes. These are always good. Those will be good for next time. All right, let's get some thermal paste up in here. Take our CPU cooler again. Don't forget our bracket. Whoop, where'd that guy come from? My bracket. Clipped in. Make sure we got everything right. I'm going to hold it down. I don't want it moving. As you guys can see here, I am back with the 8700K. As you can see, installed. Everything boots up just fine. We look over here, look at my temperatures. I got a kick out of that. It's because I believe it was like 10 higher. Now it's actually stable. Wonder if before I did not have enough liquid metal on it, and then maybe that's why I was seeing those such high spikes. Usually jump from like 30 to 60 Celsius, but it would usually level off in the 70s. Now I'm sitting at 25, which is really interesting, is because it's only about 71 degrees in this room. So unless I broke something off that CPU or the board, looks like that's about right. Now on here, I do have the 5 gigahertz. I did get the error message. So you press F1 to enter setup. So as you can see here, XMP, 3000 megahertz RAM is what I have. I have the AVX negative offset at 3. As you can see, 5 gigahertz on every single core. Really, the only thing I changed, I'll go up here. CPU core voltage, as you can see here, is 1.36. So I had it at 1.3 before on here, but what happened was I would always get lockups. It would freeze every so often, so I just kept bumping the voltage up and up and up. So far at 1.36, I have not had any lockups or reboots in just the day-to-day tasks. Now I could go ahead and do like a Prime 95 or Intel burn test, like super extended overnight, but for what I do, for the games that I play and for the amount of time I use this machine, it's up usually 99% plus. I usually don't have any problems with it. So 1.36 at my 8700K, good enough for me. If I have any problems, I can always up the voltage. But so far, between the 1.36 voltage and having the negative offset of 3 on the AVX, I have not had any problems at all with this machine. So everything is really the same on here. As you can see here, temperatures. Those are all my temperatures right here. I'm curious to see why the PCH, so that seems more normal right there. These two, doesn't seem real, but let's boot it up. Let's get the machine booted up. We will see what happens. Guys, I did not show you guys this on camera, but I ended up replacing the thermal paste on the RTX 2080 Ti, and I just want to show you, this is about 10 minutes of playing, so nothing really hardcore, but this is about 10 to 15 degrees cooler on the CPU and about 10 degrees cooler on the GPU that I got on gaming previously. So as you can see here, these are my temperatures on my CPU now, 60 Celsius low. That's really good, considering I was in the mid 70s, low to mid 70s before, and I always had spikes. As you can see here, it's not really moving a whole lot, 1 or 2 at a time, each degree on each different core. We scroll down here, you see my utilization as well, and like I said, I am just playing WoW Classic, so nothing crazy. Just demonstrating that, replacing that liquid thermal paste, or the liquid metal actually, on that, it does help a lot, and in my case, it looks like either mine was a little dried out and or I didn't apply enough. But as you can see here, the temperature-wise, it is really cool. Like I said, it is about 71, 72 degrees in this room. As you can see here, 5 gigahertz for my CPU clocks. Also, if you come down here to the RTX 2080 Ti, as you can see, temperatures hit up to a max of around 52 or so, and you can see my graphics clocks, 1965 on the core, and that usually jumps up to about 2000 roughly. This is just all auto clock, no overclock on the graphics card. But as you can see here, temperature-wise, seems to be a lot better. I don't hear my fans. I also have Noctua fans as those ugly brown fans, as you guys can see, but they cool really good. I do not have low noise adapters on those. Actually, last time I did the thermal paste replacement, probably about a year ago, I did lose all of the fan connectors. I do not know what happened to them. I meant to buy new ones, but I figured, hey, if this is PWM on this, I could just use my motherboard to go ahead and change the fan speed. So I just have it set at standard, nothing special. You can see here, it jumps around onto 4.7 to 5 gigahertz on that AVX as well. Regular overclock, like I said, I am at 5 gigahertz, but here are my temperatures. I think everything seems to be working just fine. And like I said, playing games now, I don't have to worry about hearing the sound being really loud from my computer with the fans. So I can come down here. As you can see here, here's the computer. And you can hear how audible it is. It might not be that audible. I have the Corsair Link, so that's a good application to download if you do have the any of the H series coolers. Right here, I have mine set on performance, so that's going to be as far as pump speed goes. I could probably find it down here somewhere. All right, my pump is at performance, so it is a max RPM on that pump. Also, I have, since I have the NZXT Kraken, however you say that, I will go ahead and pull up the cam software that I have for it. All right, as you can see here, those are the stats for that. I can come down here to, got my fan speed set at 100%. So I'll come out of that one, go to the pump. The pump, as you can see, it's at 100% as well. So I got the pump at full speed. No problems at all.
Temperature, GPU, CPU, as you can see, really good. I recommend adding that aftermarket cooler, the NZXT Kraken. Now, I am using the AMD bracket on that, by the way, but I do recommend using that aftermarket cooling just because I got the RTX 2080 Ti Black Edition, and that was really cheap as $999 compared to the other ones. I believe there's a EVGA one that has the Hydro. It's an all-in-one built in. Now, that does look a little bit nicer than what I have, but I believe that one was a little bit more expensive, maybe $1,200-1,300. I did buy the X42, I believe it is, all-in-one. I believe it's a 120 or 140. I don't think I paid a whole lot. It was less than $100 maybe for that. And then I just, like I said, I had to use the AMD bracket on that. And then the bracket that goes on the back, actually on the front of that, was the, I believe, a G12, if I'm not mistaken, Kraken G12, and that was maybe 20 bucks or so. So as you can see, really cheap way to liquid cool. I know it's kind of half-ass, but you know, as you can see, temperature-wise, seems to be working just fine for me. I'm never really going to be full load on this machine to stress it out anyways, but as you can see, day-to-day temps, just me playing the games, and I play this, I play BF5, regular World of Warcraft retail, some Steam games, so nothing really too hardcore, but I do have all the graphic settings on this whole game. It is on max, so I know it's classic, and I know people will laugh, but it does use the GPU and CPU a lot. I am at 2560 by 1440. Like I said, everything is on ultra. I get nothing but good frames on here. So as you can see, those are my temperatures. So, but I do want to appreciate you guys watching the video. Like, thumbs up, subscribe. I will be putting out more tech-related videos. I do have a Bose video coming up, so I do have some Bose 700s here. As you can see, there is an interesting thing with these where they have a disconnection problem. I just spent $400 for them about a month ago, but I did find out the problem with the disconnect issue, so I will be making a video on that separately. Again, subscribe. I will have more videos to come. Just really testing out YouTube. I'm just starting on it again, so it is interesting to see, but I just wanted to share this with you.